This is my dad's story. With all of the weirdest things that have happened, this one takes the cake. My dad doesn't really speak of many paranormal experiences. This one freaked him out enough, though, that he told me. One night, he went to bed with my mom and their dogs. My dad falls asleep pretty fast, but for some reason that night, he couldn't. My parents at the time had 2 cats, Sweet Pea and Baby Princess. My sister named her when she was 6. Their cats would sometimes go into their room when they were sleeping. My parents always slept with their door open. I could never. Creeps me out. Their room is the first room when you would reach the top of the steps. Anyway, my dad was laying in bed tossing and turning. He flipped on his back and closed his eyes. When he was laying there, he felt a pressure going up his legs. He figured the cats were walking up his legs. He then realized the pressure was going up his legs and ended up to his chest. He couldn't move a muscle. That's when he started to choke. His eyes popped open and he looked over, and there was a figure standing over him with his hands around my dad's throat. According to my dad, the figure had a black World War II Nazi uniform on with the black uniform hat that had a swastika on it. The choking lasted for some time until my dad told it to get the fuck off of him. Then it disappeared. My dad was freaked out. He got up and checked inside all of our bedrooms and throughout the house but couldn't find anyone anywhere. Everyone was asleep. I asked my dad why he thought the Nazi was choking him. He said he wasn't sure why. Maybe he was an old angry relative. My grandma grew up in Germany through the war, and my grandma's dad was a Nazi. So to say the least, we had some relatives that were in the war. I'm not sure why this ghost attacked my dad. Maybe because he was the strongest in the house? Who knows? My dad isn't one to make up stories like this, so I believe him. He's a very strong and brave man, and it takes a lot for him to get scared. He told me that this really got to him and that he was scared for us, and this is why he got up and searched throughout the house. Usually, if paranormal things happen, he doesn't say much because he didn't want to scare us when we were kids. I know that some of you might think that he had sleep paralysis when this happened, but my dad did not suffer from this. He told me that this was the first and only time that he couldn't move like this.